The sea to sky, it's where mountain biking found its identity. Living on the other side of the world in New Zealand, this place always felt like a fantasy. The names, the descents, the tales. As a young mountain biker, all of these things formed the foundation of who I wanted to become. Today, I'm attempting to chase the legacy in one continuous line. Pemberton to the North Shore, hitting the highest descent in each town. This isn't for me, this is a way of paying homage to the past, to leave my own mark on a place that continues to push the limits of what's possible. It starts here in Pemberton, on Little Watland. The scale of this place humbles you instantly. It's where you stop thinking about the next town and start thinking about the next step, the next turn of the pedals.
It is 6:58 in the centre of Pemberton, about to start the challenge. We've got some snow on the mountains. It's a bit chilly, but I'm quite excited to get stuck into it. Quite excited to get warmed up, and yeah, it's going to be a big day. I've just hit my first climb, and how are my legs feeling? I'm definitely aware that my legs are there, which I suppose is a good thing. Body's going to take some warming up, but it's beautiful out here. Got snow on the mountains, a full moon. Hard to beat, to be honest. I just clocked my first 1,000 meters. I'm an hour and 20 minutes in, so that's a good building block. We can work with that. Day's just begun. Got about another 30 minutes to go until I hit the high point of Pemberton, and then we've got about a 1.2 thousand meter descent back down to Pemberton, which I'm looking forward to. That's what's keeping me going at the moment. It wouldn't be a mission without a bit of hiker bike. I think that's the top. I lost that bar last time I was up here. That was a good find. Oh. So that descent is done. I've got a bit of a hill bomb now, but there's so much dew on all the leaves that I got soaking wet. I'm just going to chuck on another layer to keep myself warm. Okay. I've got about 5 kilometers of flat. Whistler is the next stop.
Whistler was the spark. This is where the limits were pushed and the culture was formed. The early builders, they changed what was possible on 2 wheels. I wouldn't be here without what they built. Their lines, their ideas, their fearlessness. That's the foundation this whole thing was built on.
It's first hand off of the day. Got them refueled and back on the road.
So I'm now on the Sea to Sky bike path. This connects Pemberton all the way up to Squamish, and it gets you off the highway. And honestly, it's absolutely insane. A few more hills, but the quality of biking versus the highway is just next level. I'm gonna make the most of it and have some fun. That's Lost Lake. Heading into Whistler now.
Matthew's just finished cycling from Pemberton to Whistler on the Sea to Sky Trail. We'll be here in a second. And we'll get him ready for the next stage. Get some fresh lube for the chain, water with a bunch of electrolytes and salt in it, his next food package, and he'll probably want his bear spray back because there's bears up there. Hey bud.
See ya.
See ya.
Thank you.
Of course.
Up we go. So I'm on into the Mystic. It's about a 1,000 meter climb, and the best part is the whole thing is purpose built for bikes. It is insane. You only find it here. So I'm stoked on that, but it does mean, one, I've got 1,000 meters to climb. Two, I've got what must be close to 1,000 switchbacks. And the third thing on my mind is all the pinches you get with that. So gotta be careful not to up the power too much and just keep it nice and conservative. That's the high point of the whole mission, 1.8 thousand meters. Let's get into it. Holy moly, that was a save. Loose. That's lots done. 2.5 hour loop. Not bad. That's one heck of a descent. That is so long, so fun. It's like the perfect steepness that you can just push top to bottom. Yeah, big fan of that. Back on the Sea to Sky path. This is the Whistler to Squamish section. Stunning in here. Squamish, 35 kilometers. Although I'm taking a massive detour back up to 1.6 thousand meters to do Alpine Capone, so a little bit more than 35 kilometers for me. I've got a short highway stint to get to the Alpine Capone climb, So I'm gonna get my head down, put some power down, and make up some distance.
Matthew's on his way from Whistler, and this time, as well as his food and his water, we've got some low light lens glasses because we're losing the sun, as well as lights for his bike and helmet. And after this, we'll keep going and head over to Alpine Capone.
Here we go, Alpine Capone, Squamish's highest descent. So this loop is about 1.8 thousand meters of climbing, and it's going to take me a good few hours.
By the time I hit Squamish, the fatigue was undeniable, but this is the part where I begin to feel the most alive. It's the perfect mix of art and effort. This is where the culture evolved, the builders, the filmmakers, and of course the mountain bikers themselves. They've made this a global epicenter of mountain biking culture.
Two and a half hours in the easiest gear, wheels spinning like continuously up that whole climb. Now we head all the way back down to sea, down to Squamish. Here we go. Alpine Capone. Oh boy.
Plug in the GPS for a bit. Sliding. Oh god.
It's so slick.
Alright, bud. Good luck. Yeah, man.
So I'm just leaving Squamish now. Got about 60 kilometers on the Sea to Sky Highway until West Vancouver, and then we're going to tick off the North Shore. I'm feeling okay, but it's going to be a long night, so I know that could change at any moment, but we'll make some sun while the hay shines. Horseshoe Bay Village. So the highest mountain on the North Shore, the highest descent is on Seymour, but I've got to pass all the other North Shore mountains to get to Seymour, so might as well just go and do all of them, because I feel like
That's logical.
yeah, I feel like that's just logical. So that's what's happening. Give it a good shot. Usually this is the finish if you're going to link up all the mountains on the North Shore, but I'm doing it backwards. And the way you start and finish this mission is you dip the tyres in the water, and then that's kind of the start in a way, although my start was like 16 hours ago. But this is a new chapter.
The North Shore. This is where it all began. The skinnies, the stonework, the determination. Without this place, none of the others would exist. Finishing here feels like closing the loop. This is where the first planks were laid, to where the sport expanded all over the world, even to me, as a kid on the other side of the planet, fantasizing over all of this.
Here we go, 1,000 meters. That's the first one down. Cleveland Dam, usually quite scenic but pitch black tonight, and this is the low point between the first and second mountain, so all uphill now. Climb 2, one more to go. This is 7th and all-time classic on the shore. Mount Seymour, the last push. So we climb up to 1,000 meters, one last big job. Hopefully be at the top within the next 90 minutes. My left butt cheek has gotten, the muscles gotten super tight and super sore. So it's hurting a bit, put down some power. Yeah, I'm just like working with that, but it's all good. At this point it's getting done, whether my body likes it or not. Time to get to work. One of the things I hate most in this world is these kilometer marker signs that tells you your height, elevation, and how far you've got to go. I do not want to know that at the moment. There it is. That's the top of Seymour. Let's do this. Basically all downhill now. That's the descent done, and now we're heading to Deep Cove. That's the finish. kept this to myself, but I wanted to go sub 24 hours and we got there by 12 minutes.
Yeah, buddy. Nice work, dude.
Cheers. Thanks so much for your help, guys. I don't actually feel too bad, to be honest, which is a bit odd. I was expecting to be like completely cooked, but now what? What's next? Should we go do another lap?
It's odd. The longer you're on the bike for, the more it sinks in that this isn't about the distance. It's about the connection to a place, to a community, to an idea that started decades ago and keeps on evolving. We all leave something behind, even if it's just effort in the dirt. That's how the legacy stays alive. The mental side of this is always the biggest challenge. You've got massive highs, massive lows, and then moments of silence and quietness, and yet somehow it all balances out, and that's the beauty of it. And I think that's when you feel the most alive, when nothing's happening, you're just there in the moment. When you explore these mountains, you can feel how deep the legacy is here. You can see all these features that I've watched on YouTube like 10 years ago, and it's powerful. So to feel like I'm adding my own chapter to the legacy here has a lot of meaning to me, and it's something I want to keep alive, and it's something I want to inspire other people to add to and keep fueling that fire. Thank you guys for joining me on this mission, and well, what's next? The death march didn't kill me, so we'll be coming back to add to the next chapter. So I'm gonna have to get busy and scheme up a new idea. Leave a comment below on what I should do next.